Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Let That Sink In. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining us for another episode. So, I'm your host, Don P. And today we're going to talk about success. So, the first thing to do when we're going to talk about success is let's define it. Let's go to the dictionary and find out what success is according to the dictionary. So, in the dictionary, the Merriam-Webster's, it says success is a degree of measure of succeeding, favorable or desired outcome, the attainment of wealth, favor, and eminence. So, the Cambridge Dictionary says success is the achieving of the results wanted or hoped for. Something that achieves positive results. Now, the Oxford says the fact that you have achieved something that you want and have been trying to do or get. The fact of becoming rich or famous or getting a high social position. A person or thing that has achieved a good result and been successful. So the reason why I went to three different dictionaries and gave the three different definitions, as you can see, all three of them had totally different definitions, but they were basically the same, just different verbiage. So, one thing I want to focus on is the reason why I went to those three different dictionaries is because those three dictionaries were published at different times. And when you look at dictionaries, they tend to change the meaning of words sometimes. If you ever look through dictionaries, they have different meanings, and you can always go to the Oxford because those are like some of the earlier definitions. And over time, definitions change. So why would a definition change? If it's the same word, shouldn't it still mean the same thing? So they changed the words definition to try to sway your understanding of what a specific word means. So if you noticed, the Merriam-Webster is a more current definition, and the Cambridge, they're more current than the Oxford. But if you notice in the Oxford, when I read it, it said nothing about wealth. It didn't say anything about it didn't have anything. Oh, yes, it did. The second one, it did. It said the fact of becoming rich or famous. So the reason why I want to go over this is because I want to ask y'all a question. What do you define success as? And I know you will probably have your own answers. And if you would, please leave your comments about what you think success is. So after you write those comments, I want you to look at that what you said success means to you. And guess what? That's what success is. Success is what you define it as. See, a lot of times we get into situations where society tried to dictate and define things for us and try to sway our thinking and our thoughts. And if you look at society, you will understand that television was created to mold your ideas of what success looks like in society's eyes. Also, they program you to think that what society wants you to think and see a world the way they want you to see it. Now, if you look and you determine what success is, you'll probably think is wealth, big houses, nice cars, jewelry, clothes, all those things that, we think that what wealth is today. But wealth is health. Wealth is success, I should say, is great peace of mind, great foundation, positive thinking, positive affirmation, favor. That's wealth. And see, we have gotten into this society where we think now that success is what you see on social media, magazines, television, and a lot of times we try to obtain these things, and a lot of those things are fantasy, and a lot of those things are unattainable. Now, you're going to always have an exception to the rule. You're always going to have people that's going to achieve those certain things, but those things are only achieved to keep you in that rat race, trying to achieve them in this society. So when you look at TV, look at it from a objective standpoint. Don't look at it as fact, because a lot of things have been put in front of your face to, like I said, persuade how you think, how you feel, how you look at life. They want to change your outlook on what it is. So only you can define what success means to you, and let that be pleasing in your spirit. Don't go after what somebody else has, or what somebody else tells you what success is, or what the television tells you what success is, because it's going to steer you wrong. It'll give you ideas on certain things and try to obtain that. And it all depends on what that program is, because media has a way of mind control. And, it's always been a saying that said, whoever controls the media controls the people, because a lot of people don't have critical thinking. They don't think. They don't use their own brain. They only believe what they see on television or in the publication or in the media. And another thing, the TV was created to distract you from the work that's needed to elevate your minds and your situations and circumstances. It entertains you, but it wastes your time. You lose valuable time that could be used to prep for whatever you need to do to elevate your situation, your circumstances, or even just your mind in life. That's why it's called the idiot box. And I know a lot of people are fascinated with TV and the programs that they have on television. And if you just listen to, words are spells. And if you just listen to the word program, television program, what is a program? Or what does a programmer do? They program something, whether it's a computer or whether it's a device, or it can be your mind, which it is. TV is there to program your mind. TV creates a slave mindset. From the programs and the programming it does to the mind, the matrix will keep you behind the curve, always struggling. That's what it's for, to maintain the lower mindset, lower vibration. This is why society is dumbed down now, to keep you from thinking, keeping you dependent on the system. So when a TV gives you ideas and images, and it keeps getting pumped into your head, you think that that's reality. And that's why you have the reality shows. And every show out here, and I have people I know they're going to come out here and they're going to argue, no, that's reality, that's real, that's real. I had somebody argue me down one time that, it's real. Every reality show is scripted. It's scripted. Now, they have some instances where, things go off script or it's improv, but there is a script that it sticks to because there's an agenda that it wants to push into your head to make you think that this is really reality. And all of that is fake. All of it is it's a program to keep you thinking. And just look at a lot of the black reality shows. It's drama filled. This is why we have so much drama in our lives, in our homes, in our relationships, because people thinking this is real, and people try to emulate and try to copy what they see on the television. And that's just not how it goes. And it'll have you going in a spiral trying to obtain something that's fake and that does not exist in real reality. It may have remnants of reality, but it's not reality, right? And success is only going to come through trial and error and failures in your life. Yes, I said failures, because hard work and dedication and preparation is the only way you're going to achieve success. And what a lot of people fail to tell people is, in success, failure is a part of success, because that's your teaching moments. That's your learning that teaches you what not to do sometimes, or it teaches you how to do something better. Because when something fails, you can go back and you can reanalyze it, and you can find out whatever it is that you did wrong that you could do better. That's why a lot of times, when you have a certain situation going on, or you have a certain situation that you're trying to accomplish, they have what they call debriefing, and you go back and you go over what you did, and then you go over and find out how can you do things better. So failure is part of success. It's just like the hurdles. Just for example, you can run the 100-meter hurdles, and while you're practicing, you can run those hurdles, and while you're practicing, you might clip one of those hurdles and you fall and hit the turf. Then you come back and say, okay, I know when I hit that hurdle, I got to get my legs up better. I got to raise that foot up so it don't clip that hurdle. See, that was your learning period to make sure that when you get down there and you do it for when it's for the medal or the reward or whatever it is, when you do your 100-yard dash, 100-meter dash, you know how to do it because you have failed while you were practicing and putting in your hard work and your dedication, and you have failed. And you have mastered it to where you don't fail. Now you're getting that leg up, and now you're getting down that track to get to the finish line. See, failure comes as a part of. Nobody goes into something and masters it going in. You have to have your hiccups. You got to have your trial and error. You got to have your bumps and bruises. You can't just come in and just win. That's why, like in sports, you never see like a team just get there for the first time and they win the Super Bowl or the NBA championship or the baseball championship, because you have to understand what it takes to get past that moment. And you have to experience that, so when you go the next time, you say, okay, I know what it is now and what I have to do to get past and get over the hump so we can win the chip. That's just how it is. And a lot of people want to obtain success so fast, but they don't want to put in the work and they don't want to be dedicated. You go to people, you see people, they always have their New Year's resolution. No, I'm going to go to the gym. They get in there that first week, they putting in the work, but they not dedicated, because when week 2 and 3 come there, it starts to decline. It starts to decline, and next thing you know, you're not even going anymore, because they don't want to. A lot of people don't want to put in the work what it takes to be successful. And dedication and hard work is the only separation in between the have and the have-nots. The people that have things these days are those that are willing to go to length to get to what that have the tenacity to go to length to get to whatever it is that they want to achieve. That is the only difference. And then you just got people that just want to be lazy. They just want to do the bare minimum, but they want the maximum return. And that's not how life works. That's just it's just not how it is. You're going to have to get up off your butt, and you're going to have to put down, turn off the TV, turn off social media, and then you're going to have to put in the work. And you're going to have to be dedicated to whatever it is you want. There's no way you're going to obtain whatever it is you want unless you put in the work. And I'm not even saying it has to be hard work, because, when we came up, they always said, you got to work hard. And hard work is rewarded. And it is sometimes, but sometimes you do hard work and you fail. But it's part of the process. A lot of people get discouraged. A lot of things you have to do. You have to work smart, because we have new technology that can take out a lot of the steps that we used to have to do back in the day and put in the leg work. Now you have technology that'll help you get to where it is that you want to be. So, again, do not let society tell you what success is. Success is what you define it as, right? Success is only what you define it as. It's only what you define it as. And the level of success is going to depend on the amount of preparation, education, and I'm not just saying education as far as a school. I'm saying education as far as you doing research up on a topic or a career or a business or whatever it is that you're trying to obtain. You have to know how that works. You have to get around people that have done that or that are doing it, so they can give you the ins and outs, so you won't have to have a lot of failures, because they've already been through those things, but you're going to still have to experience it. Just like I was discussing this with a friend of mine, a coworker, and just like the example goes, you can tell a baby, not a little baby, I'll just say a young person, that a stove is hot. You can tell them till you blue in the face. You can even tell them what hot means. You can even show them pictures on hot and what'll happen if you get in contact with something that's hot, happen to your skin or anything. And they can see all of that, but they still don't really know what hot is until they touch that hot. And then they skin get to bubbling up or whatever from the 2nd to 3rd degree burn, hopefully not, but 1st degree burn or whatever. And then it'll start clicking to them what you were talking about, and they will understand, because now they have experienced it. It's just not something that has been told to me and be some kind of myth, or oh, they don't know what they talking about. But now they know, because they touched it, they experienced it, and they felt it, and everything you told them, they understand was true. But now they know for a fact, because now they experienced it, they've touched it, right? So that's one of the things you got to prepare. You have to prepare, and and one thing, another term I want to say is you have to be consistent. Whatever it is that you're trying to obtain, you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. Persistence beats resistance all the time. You got to be persistent and you gotta eat, sleep, think that thing, whatever it is. You gotta do it. because that has to be your goal. You can't sit around and just think that it's going to fall out the sky. You have to put in the work. You have to have the dedication, the preparation, the education, and the persistence. And like I said before, don't be afraid of failure, because it's part of the journey. It's part of the process. It is what it is. And people don't like to tell you that part, because people like to, they get discouraged from failure, but it is part of the journey. You can't obtain success without failure. Now, you can be handed something that's successful, but I guarantee you're going to fumble it. You're going to fumble the bag. You're going to fumble the ball, because you don't know how it goes. That's why I tell people a lot of times, God is good, because God is not going, like, people play the lottery and then they say, oh, I do all of this. Why, if I win the lottery? No, they won't. Because one, they don't even know how to maintain that type of money. A lot of the people that you hear talking, they don't really know money. They don't know how to sustain it. That's why that's why they have shows and show you how millionaires or lottery winners go broke, because they were not prepared for that type of money. But see, when you are preparing for that type of money and you're leveling up, you start to understand money and how to obtain it. And then you'll be ready for that type of money. God is not going to give you anything unless you're prepared for it. You got to put yourself in position to obtain whatever that vision he's given you to obtain. You got to be prepared for that. He's just not going to drop $100 million in your lap. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do you like that. He's not. And if he ever does do it, he's going to do it, and he's going to show you that you wasn't ready for it, and he's going to just take it right back from you. And he's going to make you go through a lot of trials and tribulations or whatever. And I guarantee you, if you got that kind of money and you lost it, you will make sure that if you ever got that money again, that you would be prepared. You'll start doing studying on money and what I should have did, woulda, coulda, shoulda, and all those type of things. You're going to do those things, and you'll be prepared next time, because you had the failures. You fell and bumped your head, and you got the failures and out the way, and it's going to continue to happen. Now, the magnitude of them may change, but you're going to have failures as part of the journey. It's just what it is. And the success that you define it as is only going to come by how bad you want it. It's not going to come to, if you don't really want it, you kind of want it. It's going to be determined by how bad do you want it. Because if you really want it, you're going to do what's necessary to get it. You're going to put down those things that's a distraction to you. You're going to start doing your research. You're going to start doing those things that's going to put you in position to where you can get to where it is that you want to be, to your goal of success. Because those are only people that obtain their goals, and there's that type of success is those people with the tenacity to get to that finish line of where they want to be. Somebody told me a while back, they said, you can always tell what a person believes in. All you got to do is look what they have. Look where they are. Look what their situation is. Because you're only going to go as far as you believe that you can go. See, if you don't believe that you can go up here, and you only think that you can go right here, this is going to be your highest point. You may want to go this level, but you don't believe it. You have to believe it. You have to achieve it. You have to go after it everything in this world you can obtain if you really wanted it and put yourself in position to get it. There's no way. The universe will not leave you hanging. It will reward you for your efforts. Just like a guy told me, I heard a guy say, he said, when you put in the work, they have never heard someone say, I put in all the work and I came out worse than I already was. You know, and he made reference to, he said, you know, when you first get a gun, you know, you shoot at the target. And you're probably going to have to adjust your sights. But when you shoot that gun, you're going to be in that area of that target of where you want to be. You might not hit the bullseye, but you're going to be around that target. And then when you do your tweaking on whatever it is that you're trying to obtain, and you do that, you change the sights on your goal and your failures and everything, and you tweak it and you get that right, you'll hit that bullseye. See, you know, like the saying go, shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll be amongst the stars, right? See, what you desire and you want to get to, you have to get to the point of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. See, it's going to come a point in your life where you're going to be like, it's enough of this. I know what this mediocre effort or life is going to get me, because I've obtained that. I got to do something different. You got to do something different if you want to have something different. You got to do different things if you want to achieve different things. You can't do the same thing and get different results, because what they say, that's insanity. Doing something, the same thing, and expecting different results. That's the definition of insanity. You're insane if you think that something is going to come. So you mastered this. You mastered wherever you are. You mastered that. Start doing something different. Get into a different crowd. They always say, you know, they can always tell where you're going in life by looking at your friends, because your friends tell where you're going. If they not going anywhere, then you're not going anywhere. Just like, I say a lot of sayings, just like the saying goes, if you hang around 9 broke friends, you're going to be the 10th. If you want to go somewhere in life, hang around people that are going places, and hang around people that are going up, and specifically hang around people that are doing the things that are part of the goal that you want to achieve. You know, you can't hang around football players if you want to play baseball. You can't play football all day, but you want to be a baseball player. So you're going to have to hone your craft as a baseball player. You need to go and hang around with them baseball players. See what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you're trying to do, you have to get in that crowd. You have to get in that mix. You have to go and start networking and getting around those sharper minds that's challenging you to be greater than what you are. And if you're around somebody that don't support your goals or support you and try to help you mentally, physically, maybe financially or whatever to obtain your goals, that's not the person to be around. Even if they give you moral support, you know, that's even good. You know, it's, you know, you got hanging around people that's low vibration, hanging around dead ducks. It's not going to get it. It's not. It is not going to get it. You're going to have to hang around some upbeat people, people that are moving and shaking, people are making moves, people are doing things, and people have that type of mindset. You can't hang around dead friends and expect good life. You can't. You just cannot do it. It's not going to happen. I'm just telling you that right now. And, you know, we want to be comfortable. And you have to get out of your comfort zone. And that's another thing. A lot of people want to be comfortable, and your blessing is not in comfort. It's in the hard place. You have to go into the hard place to go get your blessings. Now you're gonna have your blessings that you're gonna know to sustain you and those type of things. But as far as we're talking about goal oriented, your blessing is in the rough place. It's in the rough patch. You have to go over there and you have to get it, because what you have to understand is where you're trying to go, there's other people trying to fill that space too. They want to be where you want to be too, but you have to fight for your position on wherever it is that you want to be. Now, I'm not saying that it's only limited positions in certain things, but what I'm saying is somebody is up working while you're asleep or watching TV. See, and they're gonna pass you up because you're not putting in the work. And they're gonna take that position that you were fighting for because you were being slothful. You were being slow and you were being lazy. Probably watching TV, probably watching some sitcom or something like that. And I'm not saying that you can't watch TV, but don't let it succumb you. Don't let it take over your mind, and don't let it take your time. Whatever, find out what your time wasters are and get rid of them. And in those places that you used to do those time wasters, go do some research. Go get smarter on an idea. Go get smarter on it, on a business plan, just knowledge that's gonna elevate your mind, because you have to get a run. When you start feeding your mind positive thoughts, your whole outlook is going to change, because you're going to see things from a different lens now. If you're a negative person, you're going to just see the negative. If you're a positive person, you're going to see the positive. Just like the saying goes, glass half full of water. They say, do you see it half full or half empty? It all depends on your outlook. It's your perception. You create your own reality. And that's the sad part is a lot of people don't understand. Your destiny is in your hands. Your destiny is in your hands. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think that, somebody else controls their destiny, the man or whatever the case may be, or this person did this to me. Those are just excuses, and you really don't want it. And then you got to get to that point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Tired of you giving out excuses. It's only on you. No one's going to give you anything. No one's going to come save you. No one's going to do the work for you. You're going to have to do it yourself. You're going to have to be dedicated, and you're going to have to be persistent, and you're going to have to be consistent. All right? So this is what we have to understand if we want to get to certain places in life. So you have to be willing to do the work. You have to be down for the grind, because it's going to be a grind, because nothing in life comes easy, because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So stop looking for the easy way out, because there's nothing good going to come to people that take the easy way out. All you're going to get is those easy rewards. The hard rewards are gratifying. They're what you're looking for. They're where you want to be, So stop looking for the easy way out. Be down for your grind. Be down for it. You got to be willing to go take it. You got to go be willing to go get it. Whatever it is that you want to do, you got to go and get it. No one's going to give it to you. You have to understand, in this game, it's the survival of the fittest. It's a doggy dog world. You're going to get some dogs out here. So you have to understand that you are in competition with people, and they're wanting what you want. And some are getting it and some are not. And you have to understand this. It's enough success for everybody. Stop wanting what somebody else has, because that's not for you. God didn't have that for you. God has something for you. God has something for you, and what's for you is for you, but he is not going to give it to you unless you put yourself in position to get it. He can't give you $100,000 car and you stay in the projects. That don't fit. You know, you have to level up and understand what it takes to maintain a car of that level. Put yourself in position to maintain that blessing. See, a lot of times people go out and they go get the car and they go get the house, but they wasn't ready. They wasn't in position. And then they find out that that car or that house turns into a nightmare because they wasn't ready, because it comes with maintenance. It comes with taking care, washing, cleaning, painting the house, roofs, furnaces, AC units, flooring, a piping, may go bad, or you know what I'm saying, or the trees are getting out of whack. You have to cut the trees. You have to keep that lawn trimmed, because the HOA is going to find you if you don't keep your home intact. But these are the things that you have to understand. You have to be in position to maintain what they say, how they say, you got to stay in your lane. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to be able to be in that fast lane sometimes, but you're going to have to be able to have a vehicle it's going to be able to sustain that speed over there in that fast lane. If you ain't ready for that fast lane, you need to stay over there in the slow lane until you're ready. Until you're ready. And then you'll find out if you're ready, because when you jump out there, it's going to show you if you're ready or not. And sometimes you don't be ready and you have to jump back over. You have to jump back over in that slow lane until say, okay, well, I ain't ready yet, but I'm still going. That's the key point. You're in that slow lane, but you're still going forward, right? So, keep going forward. All I say is keep going forward, keep moving, keep being better today than you were yesterday. Keep educating yourself. Keep putting it on your mind. Write your goals down. Look at them every day and always do something. Put some small goals below that major goal and obtain those goals, and it'll get you there to where the final resting place where you want to be in. You just have to be tenacious at what it is that you want to do. You got to have that Mamba mentality. You got to have that Kobe mentality. You got to be up in the gym shooting at 4 a.m. First one in the gym and the last one to leave. You got to have that type of mentality. And if you don't have that mentality, find out how to get that mentality. Find out how to get that tenacity. Find out how to get that desire. I mean, if you want to just be regular and average, that's your success, fine. Dwell in it, but don't complain. Don't say you want to be somewhere higher, but you just want to live you're doing mediocre things that's going to produce a mediocre life. Don't complain, because it's all on you. There's nothing somebody can do to stop you from going to where it is, to where you want to go. Only thing that possibly can stop you is death, or being locked up in jail, or being a paraplegic. And even still, you got people that's paraplegics that's, obtaining certain things. But that's not where I want to go with that. But what I want to say is, long as you have breath in your lungs and you have working limbs and extremities, there shouldn't be a reason that you can't obtain whatever it is that you're trying to obtain. Turn that TV off. Turn that social media off, unless it's a video or something that's educating your mind on getting better at wherever it is that you want to be. Look at motivational videos, look at educational videos, and stop looking at the stuff that's not going to benefit you any in life. It just wastes your time, you know. And I'm not saying get rid of it all, because I look at social media, but I look at social media for laughs. You know, I like to see funny stuff on there, you know, to just keep me, you know, laughing, you know, because laughter, it soothes the soul. It's good for the soul, you know. I like to laugh, you know, and joke. But at the same time, I know when it's time to get serious. So I don't want to just be all jaded. I just want to have a balance in life, you know. So again, whatever it is that you can say, what you define success as, that's what success is to you. And you make sure that nobody tells you anything other than that. As long as you're happy. At the end of the day, long as you're happy, that's all that counts. Don't let social media think that you're less than what you are, because you're great. You're a great person. You're a unique person. God put you here, and there's only one of you, right? And so you just have to be content with who you are, but you define who you are, and just understand that God put everything in you to obtain the desires of your heart. You just have to put yourself in position and be good. You have to have morals, and you have to have standards, and you have to do whatever it is that you need to do, long as you're not hurting somebody else. Now, that's another topic that I'm going to get into later. So, but I'm going to leave you with that, because I think that'll help you get to where it is that you're trying to go. But whatever it is that you're trying to do it. It's on you. It's all on you. And there's nothing else in life that should be able to stop you. There's no one that should be able to stop you but you. Only thing that stops you from attaining what you want to obtain is the doubts in your mind. The brain is the most powerful thing on earth. That's why they pay so much money in advertising to shape your brain, to manipulate your brain, to program your brain. That's why they always come after your brain. They're always trying to control your thinking, because the brain is the most powerful thing on earth. The brain is everything that you see in life. That's where it all came from. It came from a vision, came from the spirit world. It came from a vision, and it manifested in someone's head, and then they brought it to the physical world. Everything that you see. So if God gave you a vision, it's yours. Only thing he's waiting for you to do is put yourself in position to give it to you. That's all he's waiting on. You have to do what you have to do to put yourself in position to get your blessings. And like I said before, he ain't gonna bless no mess. God don't bless no mess, right? So with that being said, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. And if you like this conversation, comment, put your comments down in the bottom, and I'll go over them, and we might speak on them another time if I find something that'll catch my eye that's worth being spoken to. Just like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, because like I say, this is a new podcast. Thank you for joining. Let that sink in with my mind elevation hashtag. But I just want y'all to have a good day. I want y'all to start thinking again, and I want y'all to be successful. And I just want y'all to just share this video, because I need to get in the algorithm to where, you know, we can start finding, you know, space on YouTube, you know. So when you look up, let that sink in, it'll pop up. So right now, you know, it's new. We're going to continue to be consistent, and we're going to get in that algorithm, and you're going to see a lot more of us, and we're going to stay consistent. We're going to do this weekly, and we're going to have discussions. Like, if you haven't seen the intro video, go watch the intro video, where it's going to talk about the things that we're going to be discussing and why I started the podcast and everything. And I want you to just go and look at that. And I just look forward to seeing y'all again next week. And if you missed the video, you know, don't have time to You can always go back and look at it. I'm gonna send out the links, so we can get into the algorithm. And I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. And I just want y'all to have a blessed day. And talk to y'all later. See ya.